Welcome back, Phillies and Genitals, to a Brony Plays Minecraft. Today we're at the Magic Lab, third floor Magic Lab, which Severus has been working on. He's not here at the moment, but he's been working on it very well. Look at all this limestone, this kind of weird-looking glass. He has this idea about what a factory looks like, and by golly, he's going to stick to it, but no matter what. I don't think this looks terribly magical, but, you know, we'll humor him for a little bit while. I definitely like the aesthetics of my tower much better. It looks much cooler and brighter. But you know what? We are living here, so we might be moving some stuff over there. And anyways, so about this magical stuff, we've got a couple things to show. So right here we still have the old, oh, I forgot to mark this. This is our regular obelisk, and if we put this wizard chalk upgrade around it, it'll be a little bit better than... There we go. Now we have the regular obelisk. This will provide neutral essence, and it will provide neutral essence pretty efficiently. It's got the little pillars, the main obelisk in the middle with the cool little runes on the side, and the little wizard chalk outline around it to help power it up. Now this stuff doesn't really do much on its own. It can get some, you know, it gets some things, but great. But this is a factory. That means, and this is like powered, so we need a central power source. And that's what these 3 batteries are. I've made some mana batteries off screen. Mana batteries are mana, whatever. They're pretty simple to make. Those are witchwood leaves. Where are they? I don't know. They're somewhere in here. Anyways, they're basically just, they're just arcane ash and vintium and chimerite. So they're pretty straightforward. And I went ahead and set up some Ethereum conduits, and these guys are just stone and a piece of chimerite on top. Now, you can use a crystal wrench, which I already put back in the, it looks like that, but different. You can use a crystal wrench to link magical things together, like this obelisk to this essence refiner. Right now, they're too far away, and so they won't link together. But that's what this Ethereum conduit is for. This guy can link to 10 blocks. So this Ethereum conduit is like a range extender. I can go another 10 blocks. Now I don't have to link from the obelisk to the conduit. So long as the conduits exist in a sufficient path, the game will figure out a way to get stuff from way over there to, in this case, the middle one right here. Where if we see magica tech staff, there's currently 1078.50, 1178.5 neutral essence over here. Now this guy has dark essence. Now you probably saw the black aurum down there. I didn't show making it, but I will show that we have a stream of, well, I'm ablaze at the moment. Our guy's down here, right? And we have a stream of conduits starting at the bottom, and they go up the tower. There's one inside on the 2nd floor, and then they come up here to the 3rd floor, right over here, and then on the little bridge thing, I like that you can put them sideways, and that comes right up to this battery right here. So now anything that we need to use, you know, we have all of that essence being stored in a central location. And we're about to start getting light essence too. Now you might say, what do you need all that essence for? Well, part of it is for this guy, which is really convenient because as long as these conduits are here, I can draw any of the essence that was up here right here. Now, I was thinking I might end up moving this guy into the factory proper just to keep everything simpler and shorter and in one place. But I don't know. If I don't really want to. If I do, well, no problem. You know, he'll be right here next to these things. No big deal. But if I leave him there, still no problem. Alright, so let's come over here to take a look. I thought I would show this off tonight just because. This is how you make the Celestial Prism. I've had these things up over yonder for a long time, and it's been bugging me. So I cheated in some warding candles, because as you can see, Ars Magica and Extra TIC don't get along. I'm not sure exactly why. I need to fix that. I have not done my job right. But anyways, this is one of the rituals that for some reason, the Ars Magica spellbook is not showing us these things. Compendium, I should say. It should be in this menu, which is the Structures tab. Rituals should be right here, but for some reason they aren't. I'm not sure why. Anyways, I looked this up, and so to do this ritual, to make this a celestial prism and get light essence, you need to supply a mana focus and some moonstone, and then you need to hit it with a spell, in this case a light spell. You should have the wizard's chalk outlined and the warding candle set up as so. These guys are extra, but it's just, I don't want to move the celestial prism after it's made. So I just set that up right there. And if it's working, we made a funny noise. If it works. Aha! There you go. You just have to hit it just right. Look at this thing. Look at it. Pretty cool. I love the texture on it. It looks like nothing else in here. It kind of looks 90s, but it still looks cool. I always liked those graphics a little bit, actually. I don't know if you can pick it up and move it. I don't really want to try. We'll just go ahead and chalk around it to power it up a little bit. Hopefully we have enough chalk. Yes, perfect. And we'll go ahead and set the rest of this back in place because I broke it to make that ritual. And the block supports. There we go. Wrong spot. There. So now this will automatically gather essence during the day. And we can see that it's gathering essence. It has 364.38 light essence, and now it has 377.5, and so on and so forth. And it gives us the mana regen buff as long as we stand there, because it's continuously gathering essence. And it's been fully upgraded. So now we're just going to go get our crystal wrench. I don't remember why I dropped it, but you can see there's the conduit right over there. And if we go under here, you can see there's the other conduit that's bringing up the dark essence. Now that dark essence has to be outside. Like that, the black orm down there needs to be down there unless I make a mob spawner up here. I don't think Severus wants a mob spawner in the middle of the factory though, so I'm not going to do that right away. I'm however going to put the light essence in here, pairing successful, meaning that this battery is close enough to this prism that we don't need to add a conduit in between them. And you can see it's already taken in all of that light essence. Now, you could also build a celestial prism and cap it with the moonstone blocks instead of gold blocks. And if you do that, then your celestial prism will work at night instead of during the day. Similarly, down there, you'll see that I've got chimerite blocks on my black orm. Well, that you could cap those. That's right. You can take these, and if you cap them with sunstone, it will generate a lot more essence than it will with just the chimerite. But you know what? I don't want to waste a bunch of sunstone on that. I think I do have the sunstone to do it, but I'm not really in the mood I'm not really in the mood to spend all of that sunstone on it. So that's just a little thing. Let's go ahead and put these back. Wrench, chalk, Vintium, some water essence, arcane ash, yellow heart. I got those from testing out something, and I will show you guys how it goes in a moment, but I think that'll actually be for another episode. I don't think we're going to fit it in here. We've got a blue point and some green points to spend. Now this blue point and those water essences and stuff actually came out from me trying out a new spot to kill the water guardian in. It turns out the water guardian, I was doing it right, but you have to do it with the rain falling on the summoning circle, and in the bottom of that boat there, it just wasn't happening. So I killed the water guardian just to make sure everything was working right and to test it out. So we've got a blue point, and we have some green points from some quests and also some leveling up. So there's a good question, what do I want to do? Eventually I want to get piercing, which means I'll need, frost damage and freeze, which I could get. I've got blue and green, so I can get frost damage and freeze. I could, interestingly enough, maybe make like a fire freeze spell or something. Defense, I don't have as many things in defense. I've got leap, but to go beyond leap I need slow fall, so that's another blue point. Green points, though, they've got life tap, summon, life drain, mana drain, dispel, and shrink is a blue. Not too interested. Utility, though, utility is where I want to do a lot of things, I think, because utility spells are, I really like utility spells. I feel like they help you actually get through the game a little better. And, really, I don't need a whole lot. There are a few spells I want to make using this stuff, like just a few, but not much. I've got a lightning damp spell, I've got a fire spell. It's good enough for now. I want this stuff later, but I can wait till later to get that. Talents, I already have mana regen 1, and 2. Mana regen 3 is red, so not gonna happen. Color, I got that. Spell motion is okay. Augmented casting is red. Extra summon. Yeah, I'm not too worried about these things. I'm going to go for utility. And I really want harvest plants at some point. Plow would also be nice. Just a nice little thing. So would True Sight, because True Sight gets us to lunar. But again, that's red. And, So I think I'm going to go ahead and do some stuff over here. Now, I'm really considering buying Feather Touch and Mining Power. That'd be pretty cool, but I'm also considering Binding and Rift. I won't have enough to get Plant, but I can in the future. But I could get Binding, Rift, and Attract and Telekinesis. I could make better use of the green points that way than if I just got Feather Touch and Mining Power. So I think that's what we're going to do. Just because I'm curious as to see what some of those are. A little bit, maybe. We'll open Binding at least. There we go. There we go. Oh, hey, it opens up a couple. That's odd. I didn't think it opened these up, but it does. Drought and Create Water. And hey, it opens up Harvest Plants. Perfect. I wanted to get that one, and there we go. We can also open up Rift. Let's see what Rift does. Attract and Telekinesis. We can look in defense, see if there's anything over here, like Dispel. That could be good against Naiachi. And Life Tap. And in offense, I don't think there's very much. There's Knockback, if we want to add Knockback to a spell. Or Ignition, which I'm not too keen either way, so I might just save these points. I could spend them over here to get Mage Posse or Spell Motion. Spell Motion might be good. That's it, Spell Motion. I know back in the old utility, we've got Attract and Telekinesis, huh? Create Water and Drought. Those are all pretty good, but I kind of want to save that one for Mining Power. And we can take a look at what these are in a moment. So let's exit out of there, and let's go to the Arcane Compendium, see if they updated. We have new items, including the Binding Catalysts. These are really weird. This one isn't implemented yet. Oh, no. If you cast a spell of Binding, you can basically create a weapon or tool, and you need a Binding Catalyst to do that. It's not something I'm terribly interested in. Is there? I thought I saw another page over there. It's not something I'm terribly interested in. I'm more interested in these components. We got several of them. We've got Harvest. You cause all plants, leaves, and flowers to be harvested, which is a little better than Wizard's Autumn. A little stronger version. And I think it might help us clear out, crops as well as the little grass that's all over the place. So that's just shears and a green rune. Okay. Drought. You've taken knowledge of creating water and reversed it. The spell will draw water out of whatever it hits, removing water blocks and turning dirt to sand. That's not what I thought it did, but that's pretty interesting. I don't know if that's terribly useful, but you can use it to dry things up. You need that little weird thing though. Create Water, same sort of thing. It will not work in the Nether, but you can use it to fill a cauldron, which will be useful in Thaumcraft. So we actually could use this Create Water eventually to fill a cauldron. But I think there are other ways to do that we'll probably stick with. Well, no, actually, you know what? We'll need this in the future. We'll just need to build a caster. Attract. You create an area of negative pressure, pulling in everything living. Everything living. So if you want to get up close and personal with someone, you can use attract to pull them in. But rift. Oh, rift storage. Modified by buff power. You can tear open a rift in space, granting access to a small dimension to store items in. Rifts last for 60 seconds before closing. More buff power modifiers give greater storage access. Sneak right click to close the rift once it is opened. Oh, that's perfect! Look at that, you get a little chest, but you need that eye of ender there. Oh, this is excellent. Oh, I like this. And telekinesis. You can use magic to amplify your brain waves. They can pull items and XP toward a point in front of you. That's kind of useful. I like the pulling items part, but I don't know if I'd want to cast it all the time. Alright, so rift storage is really cool. If we come over here, we can see, maybe, get an idea how it works. Binding. So we could create a spell of binding. Oh, binding is a principum shape, and needs a targeting shape added after it in order to function. See the companion for more info. Can we add self? Bind to self. Yes, you can say bind to self, and then you can. I don't know why you need any of these other things, but you can color. There you go. I guess that doesn't count. No, you need like physical damage. There you go. You could also have like projectile binding, but I don't know if that'd be any good. Principum shape. So let's say we have self, and we could have like self night vision. I was thinking, where is it? Oh well, we want one that's harvest plants, and we want one that's rift. How does this work? Huh. Seems to just work like that. Self rift. You could also add like touch rift, so you can have different modes. You can have like a self mode or a touch mode, just to see which one works better. And I'm not sure off the top of my head, but those are both two spells that we can make, or those are spells we can make. We could also make where's the other one I want to do? But yeah, like projectile harvest plants. There we go. I mean, it's not fancy. It doesn't need to be fancy. It just needs to harvest plants. And a projectile harvest plants, I think, would work really well. But I wonder if maybe like this is a spell where you might want a touch version as well. Sometimes you want touch, sometimes you want projectile. Or you could even want, maybe even want a self version. But either way, that's another spell we can make. It's a harvest spell with projectile, touch, and harvest plants. So there you go, folks. It's a little Ars and Magica for you. Yar. Quest-wise, I don't know. We didn't do anything in particular, but we're getting closer to doing something. In fact, we could do this, because we could make a thermometer. We can't yet do the Arcane Lab, because we don't have any means to research stuff. But we did get a little bit closer to fiddling up the Ars Opus, because I've made some Ethereum conduits. I'd made some mana batteries, but it didn't count, so I'm probably going to have to fiddle with that to make sure it works. I don't know why, but sometimes these guys just don't, they just don't work, and I don't know what's going on. But we've made some. So let's, I think we've got just a little bit of time. Let's see these guys. I went shopping the other day, by which I mean mining the other day, and I picked up a bunch of these, so we've got plenty of things, like we could use some of these air shards, and we don't have any fire shards yet, but we can, if we feel like it, make a thermometer. Thermometer, which will be a piece of glass, 2 shards, any sort of shard will do, and 2 gold ingots. Well, why don't we go get those real quick here, and then I can start just wandering around the world and looking at things, and that'll be that. Or you know what, maybe I will wait till next time to do that. I don't know. But at any rate, that's probably about it for today. My timer just buzzed, and we don't want to go too much over, so we'll just grab that, and we'll just go ahead and grab these 2 things here. And this way, I just want to have a quest done, you know? That's all it is. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Fancy. Ooh, look at that. I don't think these things have essences, really. I don't know. I don't know if they have aspects. Aspects? Aspects? I'm looking at you. Ooh, I clicked a button. It kind of makes a noise. Anyways, did that activate any? Did that finish up the quest? Yes, it did. Awesome. So we can claim this with knowledge fragment, I think, and some experience. There we go. That unlocks Thaumaturgy 204 and Thaumaturgy 205, which, along with the Arcane Lab 242, these are all repeatable quests. So you can get extra bottles of chanting and knowledge fragments, as well as crystal clusters. This is a consume task, which we could almost do right now, not quite. And this is another consume task. So same sort of thing. Just get a bunch of these and turn them in, and you'll be good. So we'll handle all that another time. But those are, you know, repeatable, so we can do them over and over again, no problem. So there we go, folks. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed our little tour of the factory up here. It's all set up and ready to go, and yeah, it'll be fun. So thanks for watching, and until next time, keep on trotting.